back, everybody, to Badwick Drama News. I'm your host, Badwick, and I'm here making the news simple just like you. So for today's episode, we have 3 news stories for you today. But before we dive into those, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you want to stay updated to all future videos, and make sure you comment your opinion on the topics we talk about on the show, because I love hearing what you guys think about these topics. So to dive into the stories tonight, our first story is going to involve a sudden death of a YouTuber, which shocked everybody today. Then we have some Dana White drama. And then we're going to wrap up with Ac7ion Man. Now, we talked about Ac7ion Man before, and it seems like he is caught up in some shenanigans again. Now, without wasting any more time, let's just dive into the episode. So for our first story tonight, we're going to be talking about the YouTuber TwoMad. Now, it was announced today that TwoMad was found suddenly deceased in his apartment due to an overdose. Now, if you guys don't know who TwoMad is, TwoMad was a YouTuber that gained a massive following through his comedy sketches on YouTube and collaborations with other YouTubers. And he was also known for being a shitposter and troll on Twitter. Now, he had a great following all the way up until June of 2023 when he made a edgy post about a trans individual named Brianna who unfortunately took her own life due to bullying. Now, TwoMad basically made a post referring to the individual being cute. This triggered a lot of people, but the important part of this post is that during the light of all this, a individual that goes by Goldie Bell accused TwoMad of sexual assault and stalking her after having a restraining order. Now, the two had kind of like a on-again, off-again relationship from what we're aware of. But once this surfaced, other individuals started coming out and talking about TwoMad's character, claiming he abuses drugs and alcohol, then people saying he's kind of mentally unhinged, which kind of lines up with what we saw from TwoMad in 2023, where he would go on these Spurg tweet episodes, if you want to call them that, on Twitter, kind of just acting manic, going off, deleting his account for a while, then coming back. He was a little unhinged on some of the interviews, but overall, a lot of people were critical of him due to how unsympathetic he was to these situations and how he generally just didn't really take them seriously. So, after it was announced that he passed away today, a YouTuber that goes by the name of James Ski came out with a very long post detailing about how they were threatened with their life by TwoMad, how they were generally scared, and how they can basically verify the sexual allegations against him, which caused a massive conversation in that feed. There are a lot of people defending TwoMad, saying how can you come out with this after he died, and if you had information about this, you should have came out earlier. Then you had other individuals going after those people, basically saying, no, it's his right to do this, he should share this online. So it has become a war zone on Twitter regarding TwoMad's death. And then you have other individuals like Rubber Ross, who basically verified James Ski's claims, saying that at TwitchCon TwoMad was acting like nuts and he did threaten them and that sort of thing. So the whole situation regarding TwoMad's death is crazy right now. It's heated on Twitter, and I want to know where you guys stand on this situation. Like, do you think anything's ever going to come from these allegations on TwoMad? Do you think there's ever going to be an investigation with it? Do you think we're ever going to get more detail on the individual? Or do you think it's right that people are kind of posting about him after his death? I am curious on what you guys have to think about this situation. It is currently ongoing, so there's probably going to be much more updates about it. So let me know what you think about the TwoMad situation, and let's move on to our next story. So for our second story tonight, we're going to move away from a heavy topic and kind of talk about more drama. So we're going to be talking about Dana White. Now, if you guys don't know who Dana White is, he is a CEO of UFC. So you know the guy makes massive amounts of money. However, recently he walked off the set of Howie Mandel's podcast. And here is that clip. Roll it.
An amazing businessman. You are an inspiration. You are a philosopher. The way you do business, the way you conduct your business and your friendships and media is, I'm jealous. But Dana, I can't thank you enough for being here.
Thank you for all the kind words. I appreciate it. I am so fucking tired of doing podcasts. I'm literally done with them. I'm not doing any more podcasts.
We have
So, as you can see from that clip, Dana White announces that he's done with podcasts, takes the headset off, and he just walks away. Now, this left kind of a lot of people confused because in the past, Dana White is known for going on to podcasts, especially Joe Rogan, talking about whatever. Now, this left Howie Mandel stunned. And from what we're aware, there's no beef between the individuals. There's no drama or anything like that. It's just simply Dana White saying they are done with podcasts. Now, part of me can understand that because if you're constantly doing these all the time, constantly, you get kind of treated to like a formula. Like it's always kind of the same thing. People tend to ask the same questions and it just becomes very stale. And I assume the guy's a busy guy. So him being done with podcasts, and if they're not fun, I can get that. However, there's also some speculation about this saying that it might be more of a PR stunt where some people have like kind of shot that in the air saying that this might be done to promote something in the future. This might be used to promote a new service possibly in the future. Who knows? There's a lot of conspiracies about it. I just loved Howie Mandel's face in it where he's just like shocked looking that the guy walked off. I mean, and to be fair, Howie Mandel was pretty nice to him and like, you know, introduced him nicely. And Dana White wasn't too rude. I just don't get why you would agree to come onto a podcast if you knew you were just kind of done or getting done with them, or unless he just kind of snapped on the spot, which absolutely happens. You don't know the pressure that he has, or maybe there's something going on in his life. You don't know what he's going through. So, but I do think him walking off, regardless of what's going on, is better than him like rage quitting. He just took the headset off, got up, and left. So let me know your thoughts on that. If you think maybe there's a PR aspect to all this, or maybe he's just actually done with podcasts. I'm curious on what you guys have to think about this situation. Let's move on to our final story. So for our final story of the night, we're going to be talking about Ac7ion Man once again. Now, if you guys don't know who Ac7ion Man is, he is a Kick streamer known for having wild streams. You never know what you're going to get on Ac7ion Man's stream, whether he gets swatted, the collaborations he does with other IRL streamers, or in this case, he gets punched in the face and gets a bloody nose. And let's play that clip.
Oh my God.
oh.
So as you can see from that clip, Ac7ion Man gets punched in the face. He gets a bloody nose. It is wild. And I want to ask you guys, do you guys watch Ac7ion Man? Because his streams recently have been crazy. He is gaining a larger and larger audience because he's fallen into the IRL trend of streaming where just ridiculous things happen, especially to this guy. Like you've had the confrontation with him and his dad on his stream about drugs and addiction. You've had the swatting. Now you have him punched in the face. You've had him collaborate with Jack. It's wild. And honestly, no one knows what to expect with his streams now. So I'm kind of curious on like, if you guys watch him and enjoy his content. I know there's a lot of trolls that watch him and hate watch him. And I'll be honest, I didn't know about Ac7ion Man before starting the Badwick Drama News series. But now that I know about him, I can't not see him. He comes up all the time. And you know what? His clips are pretty fucking hilarious to watch. So let me know what you think about Ac7ion Man and his kind of crazy streams lately. And I just want to say thank you so much, everybody, for watching tonight. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe if you want to see more. And let me know what you think about our topics down below. I try to upload these daily. I try to read all the comments. So let me know what you think, and let's just move on to a new episode, hopefully tomorrow. I know my schedule's been iffy lately, but I'll get to it. What a terrible ending for an episode. Bye.